North Torch?
The year that I nearly came in last, near the end of the season, I made some pretty strategic trades, but retained good players. And it was a strategy in which I tried to score just under what my opponent would probably score, still giving them a competition with an upside for the win. But at that point, I actually lost my last game, which put me in 11th place as opposed to 12th place, which was what I was aiming for. I did so without playing sick players, injured players, players on bye, any of that. It was purely strategy at that point, where my strategy didn't change. It's just my trajectory changed. So I feel like that was still noble, still within the moral fence posts that we've placed within our great fantasy league. Just to give you some background on myself.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for sharing. That was very good. Key person in terms of a lot of games I watched at his house, wherever that may be. Key trader in the league, probably the highest trader. I think holds the record for most trades per season. His favorite coach in the NFL is Norm Rivers, and his favorite players is LaDarren Spollinson. Did well for him 1 year.
Yeah.
Then to Chris's left, we have Dave Benavidez, the subtle circuitry, collective circuitry, and now the
vengeful circuitry.
This will be his second year?
Third year
in the league. Missed the initial season, I think.
I did.
Yeah. Should have been there, but didn't work out. But we're glad to have him. He's been a surprise contender. From picking
I don't know why you
Chargers
say that.
defense on pretty much his first pick in last year's draft.
Second pick.
He came in pretty strong and finished second in the league.
Who was your first pick? Didn't you take a kicker? Honestly.
Did you?
No.
I think you
Who
took
was your
Rob
first pick
Baronis, maybe.
No.
Yeah, Rob Baronis' first pick.
No, I didn't. It
And
wasn't.
then-
I can't remember.
And
But
then
it wasn't.
on our far left, we have
Chargers defense was a memorable pick.
It
Sorry,
was.
I'll leave it at that. White as the number 1 running back.
Carson Palmer.
Yeah. And then we have Brandon Zeller. He won the league in 2009.
I was there for that.
You were there?
I was there the
Which
day
counts.
he drank from the cup.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see you again.
A good memory.
Yeah.
drank
But
the honey.
the year prior to that, he finished in last place, so he did the full
Yep.
360 or 180, I guess. Became the winner. Staple on Sunday football watching, always been there, never missed a game. Yeah, competitive guy. Key trades as well. He's been known to manipulate the less informed participants in the Great Fantasy League to his trade favor.
Yeah.
Hey,
And his,
better be educated. Knowledge is power,
his
right?
residence here is the home of the Great Fantasy League draft. Okay, with that said, we're going to move on to our first interview question, and I'll start that off. And we just want to know, Ronnie, kind of a little bit about yourself and why you're here today.
A little is added there.
Okay.
So it says tell us about yourself, and then little.
Yeah.
Tell you a little about myself.
Yeah, a little. And why you're here today.
So it could be just my name is Ronnie, period. And that's all you need to know.
Yeah, you could say that.
That's a good interpretation.
Interpretation of it. I'm here due to a text message about 10 minutes before I'm about to leave work.
Mm-hmm.
Plan to go home, relax after a long day, saying we have an interview format. Surprised, I would have dressed up for the occasion. I apologize.
Sure. We appreciate it was late
But I'm
notice.
here.
You're not shabbily dressed. I'll put that on the record.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. I see no dress code required by the text.
Sure.
Did you bring a resume?
I didn't due to printer issues.
Technology is
my
a bitch.
homework.
Yeah.
It is.
I got a question about that because to be a quality member in the league, you're going to have to be able to be familiar with a certain amount of technology. Are you comfortable with that?
I think I can handle that. Do you guys do waiver wire moves by fax?
No.
Can I page it in?
No. Possibly.
Okay.
You possibly can page it in. You possibly can text it in. However,
I think
Does
there
it
have been
sound pager-friendly?
paged
Yeah.
moves
Should all get
before.
beepers, man.
we take the subject of waivers very seriously. I would appreciate it if you did as well.
I do.
What's your race and ethnicity?
I thought this is a Rooney Rule interview, to where you guys just had to interview a number of minority candidates to fill the job. But as I see a man here by the name of Benavides, I feel a lot better about my decision to even enter the white man's home.
I'm just a videographer.
Okay.
Actually,
You're just working for the
I'm
man.
just working for.
You could just tell us your last name. We could draw our own
My
conclusions.
last name is Ponce.
There's a do
Well,
not.
that doesn't help us.
Well,
Do you have a different last name?
I think his answer is decline to answer.
Okay.
what if I put? Because usually I have to mark the other box because I'm half of, third generation Mexican.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say like some sort of animal.
There are other Mexicans in the league.
There
That
we
was
go.
kind of
Okay.
scary.
Well,
Murph is
there better be. We're close to the border here. So.
Benavides is actually a terrorist name, by the way. It's true. Ask him how he gets through the airport.
I can't tell you my real name.
He doesn't.
Do you
Okay,
have any
plural names,
Is
I
there,
got
are
like
there potentially any problems with you and other Mexicans? Because I know Murph, I don't know, like there's like a Catalan issue and some different stuff that I'm not too familiar with.
No beefs.
No beef?
We're
Okay,
good.
good. Just
What
making-
about the English? Because I'm English, and our other Mexican Murph is half English as well.
I feel like I have no beef with
With the
English,
Brits?
With the Brits.
Given the recent rioting, does that change your opinion on the British?
No. No.
That shit's hilarious.
I was pissed that the Everton game was canceled. Though.
Yeah, that
so
was
I was
tough.
a little bitter.
That was
about
tough for all of us.
It was.
Yeah.
I expected to watch.
I'm still unclear as to why they were breaking shit and stealing things.
And looting stuff.
Yeah, why? It was just like all of a sudden, like let's get together and do it. Okay.
While we're on,
Okay.
while we're on European football, do you have any thoughts? Just speak at random about Maradona.
No, but he was a bad coach for Argentina. I'll just put it that way.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, how
That's
would
a
you
thought.
how would you compare him to Jay Cutler?
Actually, I like Jay Cutler because
question.
he broke off the engagement with the chick from Laguna Beach.
I like that too.
And what is the
That
name?
means he's focused.
What is the name of the chick from Laguna Beach?
Trick question.
Kristen, but I don't know her last name.
Okay, that's
Blonde
good.
hair.
That was good.
Excellent answer.
There you go.
That's
Pop
a
culture
steep.
reference.
I'm
for
gonna
you
go
guys.
ahead and take this one. If you had the choice, would you rather be a cruise ship or a battleship?
Cruise ship.
And would you like to expand on
No pressure.
that?
Enough said.
You know, I just want to interject again because pressure is insurmountable pretty much from now until the end of the league. And so if you're looking for something where there's no pressure, I just wonder if you really think you're prepared. I mean, this is a battleship league, and it's fine if you want to be a cruise ship, but I just want to make sure you know what you're getting involved in.
I do.
You'll have to excuse the co-commissioner. He's never actually been on a cruise ship before.
I have not, and I don't
would
care to go
consider
on one.
myself to be a cruise ship. There was this one guy who played on a circular piano bar, and when I watch football,
So it was
I
a
do
gay
have,
cruise.
Yeah, it was a very gay cruise, and I was there with my wife. And at this moment in time, I would have much
What's his
preferred
name?
to be sleeping with my wife in our suite rather than sleeping next to another Navy man on a bunk.
Oh,
Um,
he was Army?
yeah. So I accept that answer. I think
And
that's
sometimes those cruise ships head off the Somali coast
Mhm.
and are subject to the threat of pirate invasion,
Mhm.
and thus cruise ships can be prepared for that type of thing. You know,
And you can't beat the all-you-can-eat status
you can't beat
of a
that.
cruise ship.
Now, as a cruise
Good
ship,
answer.
There's botulism.
how would you respond in the event in which a vacationer on your ship was mistakenly left at sea? How would you address a situation like that?
Great question. Very deep.
That is a good question.
How would I react to a missing passenger?
Yeah, say you were the cruise ship and a passenger was accidentally left at sea during maybe a recreational swim or a drunk dive or something, and you were the ship. How would you feel about that? What would your response be to the public?
Let's ring the alarm. It's time to search.
Fucking yeah, let's ring the alarm.
Let's ring the alarm. Pull that alarm button they have.
Ding ding ding, somebody went overboard.
Let's go
Okay.
full. Let's pull up the boats. Let's do this.
I mean, it happens. Those cruise ships, you never know.
I'm gonna go to this. Do you want me to go ahead with this question?
Yeah, I think you should. I think it's
Okay.
most appropriate said from you.
Okay, this is an important question. If you were to join this league, how do you feel that you can contribute to our league? Part of the culture and the spirit, specifically in a non-homosexual way.
Well, I think you can answer this yourself.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
laughter, boo.
You know how into sports I am.
You don't understand
Not only do I
laughter,
play
do you?
fantasy
She
football,
doesn't
but I play
understand
fantasy
laughter.
baseball, play fantasy
These
hockey.
throws are crazy.
Fantasy hockey.
I think I just answered your question.
Is
and
it-
I'm in an old. You were with me in an old school fantasy football league where it's not even in the internet. You have to call in your moves.
No way.
Yes.
It's true.
That's awesome.
They do the scores by hand.
Was that the Yahoo system?
I think
So-
they base it off.
So would you consider yourself to be in the category of like a fantasy football Roman, or a fantasy football like Greek city-state?
I think the way I can answer that is I'm a knowledgeable person about sports, and I could say I could come here and win, but then I can always easily come in last because it's always the person you least suspect that wins the league.
No, I didn't ask if you were a Visigoth.
I was answering C, other.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
Aqua,
yeah,
come
good
in.
girl.
Well,
Let's see Brandon.
One other pertinent question here. A lot of our game viewing will take place in the town of La Mesa on Sundays, and it's kind of important that during the season that attendance is made. Not to everything, but we like to see a little bit of representation of the team owners at these occasions. So do you think, looking at your schedule in the next few months, September onwards, do you think there will be occasions on a Sunday where you'd be able to attend the viewing sessions?
Yeah, I can attend most of the time. I do have hockeys on Sunday, so
Yeah.
that's also that cuts into my drinking on Sunday a little bit, but, which could be an issue. But I will be there, and I live in the Mesa, so it's not far from me.
Yeah, it was good.
Any further questions from the panel?
I feel like the decision is made.
We feel solid. All right, Ryan.
Do I need to leave the room while you guys have a?
I think it's a consensus.
No, we can actually communicate through
Ronnie, we'd like to-
eye signals.
Yeah, we'd like to welcome you aboard the Great Fantasy League.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out.
Well, at this time, I'd like to decline your offer.